Everybody, I'm going to call today's regular board meeting to order. May I please have a reading of the meeting notice?
The Board of Directors of the School District of the City of Erie, PA will meet in regular session on Wednesday, May 14th, 2025, in the boardroom at the District Administration Building, 1910 Sassafras Street, at 6 o'clock p.m. by request of the President, Dr. Jay Brenneman.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mr. Harkins?
Here.
Mr. Nichols?
Here.
Mr. Sharif?
Here.
Ms. Amatangelo?
Here.
Ms. Cooley?
Here.
Ms. Devlin?
Here.
Ms. Gillespie?
Here.
Ms. Graff?
Here.
Dr. Brenneman.
Here. Next, we have our Pledge of Allegiance led by Lila Farrar, fifth grade student from Perry Elementary School, introduced by Rick Godowski, who is the assistant principal, followed by a moment of silence for Daniel Chinaki, retired teacher and athletic director, who passed away April 19th. Joseph Kalazewski, retired physical education teacher and coach, who passed away on April 29th. Now invite our pledge leader and Mr. Godowski.
Good evening, Board of Directors and Administration. My name is Rick Godowski. I'm the assistant principal at Perry Elementary School, and I'm proud and excited to introduce this month's pledge leader, Lila Farrar. Lila is a fifth grade student in Miss Friend's classroom and is the daughter of proud parents Julia and Joshua Farrar. Lila also has a brother, Lucas Farrar, who attends Strong Vincent Middle School and is in the 7th grade. Her favorite subjects in school include self-selected reading, I Like the Silence. She also has several different interests and hobbies, including drawing, riding her bike, and is very active at Perry in several clubs and after-school programs, including being a member of the Bible Club, Explorers Club, PALS, Penn State Mentoring, a kindergarten helper, and part of the Spelling Bee Club. When she grows up, she wants to be a veterinarian and continue going to college. We're very proud of Lila and look forward to watching her future endeavors. She makes Perry proud. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Lila Farrar.
Please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job.
Great job. Thanks for coming. You did a very good job.
Next, I would like to announce that the board met in executive session on Wednesday, May 7th, in the boardroom at the District Administrative Building, 1910 Sassafras Street, from 7:16 p.m. to 8:22 p.m. regarding legal and personnel matters. Just for folks, for your awareness that you're sitting through this, so our regular meeting is essentially our voting meeting. We meet essentially twice a month, first Wednesday and second Wednesday of the month. First Wednesday is when we deliberate, when we discuss all the things that we're going to vote on today. So everything we're voting on today, we've already discussed prior meetings. Next on our agenda is the report of the secretary. Do I have a motion to approve the report of the secretary?
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Cooley,
Second.
second by Ms. Gillespie. Any discussion? Roll call, Ms. Cook.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Mr. Sharif?
Yes.
Ms. Amatangelo?
Yes.
Ms. Cooley?
Yes.
Ms. Devlin?
Yes.
Ms. Gillespie?
Yes.
Ms. Graff?
Yes.
Dr. Brenneman.
Yes. And next, I'll turn it over to Mr. Brian Polito, the report of the superintendent.
Thank you, Dr. Brenneman. Thank you all for joining us here tonight. I'm
I'm happy to pass along what I know will come as some very welcome news for our taxpayers. On tonight's agenda is a $293 million preliminary budget for the 2025-2026 school year that includes no tax increase. Due to the homestead tax exemption, property taxes on most homes will actually go down by about $60 in this final budget with the 0% tax increase. As we continue to fight for fair funding for Erie's public schools, it's important that we recognize the hard work it's taken to get to this point. Considering the financial crisis the district endured in the not-too-distant past, this is a huge accomplishment and a testament to the dedication of our leaders and staff and everyone's commitment to helping this district succeed. It's a proud moment for us. I also want to take a moment as we prepare to celebrate our graduating seniors next month to recognize another group of students who deserve our recognition and praise. Today we held fourth grade annual pinning ceremonies for students in our career and tech educational medical cluster. Students receiving pins signifying that they have completed their requirements and are now ready to enter the workforce. Please join me in congratulating them and their instructor, Melissa Lofton. And finally, a reminder that May 20th, Election Day, will be a flexible instruction day for our students. Students should remain at home and receive completed assignments by logging into Schoology. And now I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Gibbs to say a few words tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Polito. I want to take a moment to update everyone on the work that has been happening as I'm transitioning into this new role. You've heard me say this time and time again, it's about the hard work, the work that is necessary to build positive relationships every district needs in order to be able to succeed. To that end, I've been able to better understand the pride points in meeting with various internal and external stakeholders, understand the needs and opportunities of EPS. I've also been able to develop a 3-phase plan for our path forward, which I want to share with you. So phase 1 is all about the listening and learning. It's about phase 1 where we're listening and learning during these engagement sessions. We're still in the process of finalizing the logistics and the details of those sessions, but it's designed for everyone to be able to have a chance to elevate their voices and offer their best ideas moving forward. They are the main vehicle by which we'll receive the feedback that is needed in order to build on the success. We'll also hold separate sessions for teachers, support staff, administrators, and of course, parents and caregivers. And I want to encourage everyone to please, please, please attend the session that is relevant to you. As soon as the details are finalized, we will share them on all communication platforms, including our website, district Facebook page, and of course, Parent Square. Phase 2 involves the formation of a small internal team that will assess our current priorities, practices, climate, and culture. The group will also create some short and long-term recommendations for continuous improvement and help forecast a vision for the future of the district. I'm happy to report that the team held its first meeting on today, and it went pretty well. Phase 3 is all about strategic thinking and planning and involves an expansion of the team to bring more and different voices to the table as we start to set district priorities for a 3 to 5 year period. This is where and when we will begin to reimagine what premier educational experiences across grade bands will look like. To everyone that is here and everyone listening at home, I would like to thank you. Thank you in advance for partnering with us and our district in this work. We're here to start building excellence together, and we can't do that alone. It's a community effort, one that requires each and every one of us to recognize and invest in the power and promise of public education. There will be plenty of opportunities to do just that in the days ahead, and my call to action is to take advantage of them. Elevate your voice. Join us. It's an exciting time here at EPS.
Thank you, Dr. Gibbs. Next up is our student spotlight, so I'd like to ask Mr. Godowski to come up and present this month's students.
Thank you, Mr. Polito. So our fifth grade students, led by Miss Friend, our fifth grade teacher, have been working hard on this performance that we think you're going to enjoy. I'm going to turn it over to Miss Friend to give you a little bit of background, and I'm sure you're going to really be excited about what they're about to perform for you. So again, thank you for having us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
John didn't get one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys are gonna have to start out with some beautiful faces.
Ladies and gentlemen of the board, thank you for inviting us this evening. We are proud to represent Perry Elementary School in honor of Asian American Islander Heritage Month. We have been learning about the history, culture, and customs of Hawaii. Hula dancing has been a part of Hawaiian culture since ancient times. It is a way of sharing stories, promises, and knowledge. We hope that you enjoy our dance. Thank you.
And Director Sharif has something to provide in recognition.
Well, thank you very much. Next up is a portrait of a graduate presented by Mr. Bergert, Ms. Crable, Mr. Orlando, and Mr. Vieira.
Good evening. Good evening. We were tasked, we're going to come up, I'm the first one to come up and talk. We're all going to talk for a couple minutes about our senior classes, and then we have a video to play at the end, so just so everyone's aware. Good evening, members of the board, district leaders, families, and members of the Erie community. As we approach the close of the 2024-2025 school year, I'm honored to stand here and reflect on the journey of our seniors, the class of 2025, a class defined by resilience, school pride, and a deep sense of community. This past week, I had the opportunity to sit down with senior leaders from Skills USA, Student Council, and our very spirited Spirit Council to hear directly from them what made this year very special. I asked one simple question: what were the highlights of your senior year? What they shared with me was not just a list of events, but a snapshot of a vibrant, caring, and energized school culture. They began with a moment of meaning, the planting of a tree in front of the building for grief awareness, a quiet but powerful gesture symbolizing growth, remembrance, and healing. That act captured the heart of who our senior class is: thoughtful, connected, and intentional. Of course, there were celebrations and competitions too. This class would proudly tell you about the student-faculty basketball game, which ended in a dramatic win by just 1 point in favor of the students. And not to be outdone, they also faced off with the staff in a student-faculty volleyball game, continuing a tradition of fun and family rivalry. The staff won that event. Pep rallies brought the student body together, including the unforgettable rally for United Way at the Bayfront, where school spirit met community impact. Events like Homecoming, Polar Express Day, and the second annual dance-off showcased how tradition and fun go hand in hand at Erie High. They spoke with pride about their involvement in clubs and service, especially their work through Skills USA, an organization that continues to empower students with career readiness and leadership skills. This year, they also enjoyed the job and career fairs, giving students the opportunity to look ahead and prepare for life beyond graduation. They celebrated culture and connection through our unforgettable culture night, where we recognized the over 50 countries and 30 languages represented in our school. The night reminded us of the strength we draw from our diversity and how students embrace and celebrate each other's stories. They also mentioned the joy of prom, the warmth of breakfast with Santa, the tradition of Mr. and Miss Erie High. Our seniors enjoyed every part of the school experience, from field trips to local colleges to planning events like Field Day. One number stood out in particular to me. We sold over 100 more caps and gowns this year than last. That number isn't just increased participation, it's a sign that more Erie High students are walking across the stage on May 31st, completing their journey and stepping into what comes next. So I say to the class of 2025, you've led with joy, with heart, and unity. You've honored our traditions and created new ones. You lifted each other up, built lasting memories, and left Erie High better than you found it. And to the board, staff, and families, we thank you for supporting the environments where students can learn, grow, and truly thrive. The senior class has shown us what it means to have a legacy, and we're incredibly proud in each and every one of them. Thank you.
Good evening, board members, families, and community members. I would like to tell you about the Patrick J. DePaula Student Success Center located at Emerson Gridley's graduating class, the class of 2025. We currently have, 88 students that have already met the credits requirements for graduation. Of those 88, 70 have already been accepted to a 2-year program, 20 have been accepted into a 4-year program, 60 students are certified in CPR, thanks to the partnership with Erie High and our senior advisors to get them certified. Our senior class this year is small but mighty. We have a total of 160 seniors left to go. 14 of our seniors participate in the Cyber CTE program. These seniors attend Erie High School to do their lab and participate in their core subjects through our cyber program. Events that stood out this school year: the completion of the painting of our outside sidewalk playground. The high school students actively participated with researching, made the design, they did the painting of our outside playground area. The sidewalk playground surrounds the entire school. That's 4 blocks. That's 4 blocks that our students can go outside and play on, not only students from our school, but students in the community as well. We have this thing called Emerson Gridley Cup. It's been going on for 2 years. It's a big thing. It's a friendly, and I do mean friendly, competition that is played during our homecoming week along with our other homecoming activities that we do. It's a competition where students that are by grade level earn points. These points get them bragging rights to the Emerson Gridley trophy that they are allowed to have in their homerooms. We participated in homecoming events such as Twin Days, where staff and students dress alike. We did Mole Day, which is a celebration on October 13th. It's a day to engage students in chemistry and to highlight the importance of the mole as a unit of measurement. We celebrated this by doing fun and exciting chemistry activities throughout the day. We also had Pie Day events, one of which is our students' favorite. They had the opportunity to pie their favorite teacher in the face. Another is the competition of reciting the irrational number of pi. The students who can recite the most digits in the rational number wins a pie. It was a lemon pie. They didn't share it. The winner was able to do 22 digits, recite 22 digits from memory. 3.14 would be the extent of what I could do. The prom was also mentioned as a highlight that our students, seniors, will remember this year. Most of our seniors are simply looking forward to graduation and the next chapter in their lives. I, like Mr. Orlando, asked students what they remember most this school year. Our students stated, as you will see in the video, one thing that they will remember is the connections that they have made with our teachers and our staff. This is something that we pride ourselves on at Emerson Gridley. A little follow-up to the video, you will see just some of our students that are in there. Zavea Thompson, she will graduate early. She has been with the city of Erie for her 11 of her 12 years. She's been a school district student. Richie has about 2 hours left in his economic class left. We're hoping he can get done. He might be done right now. He might have been a graduate. You'll see him again. He will be speaking. He's representing us at graduation and speaking for us. Mark finished his last class earlier this month. He's currently working. He has a full-time job. Nevaeh Harvey, she's not done yet, almost. She's already been accepted into 9 schools, one of which has offered her a full scholarship. Although we highlight just a few of our students across the 3 campuses in our video, there are many more stories like the ones you have heard today or will hear today. All graduates have overcome challenges and struggles to be where they are today. They all should be celebrated and acknowledged. Congratulations to Erie Public Schools, class of 2025.
Good evening, Dr. Brenneman, Mr. Polito, Dr. Gibbs, members of the board. Collegiate Academy graduates are going far and wide this year. They'll use their nearly $10 million in merit-based scholarship to study in California, Texas, North Carolina, New York City, New York City, Washington, D.C., and of course, right here in Pennsylvania. Our students are preparing for careers in healthcare, architecture, education, engineering, including mechanical engineering, software engineering, aerospace engineering, and more. Several students were admitted to and are attending highly select colleges and universities, UCLA, Rice University, Georgia Institute of Technology, and NYU. With dual enrollment and AP courses under their belts, some students will enter their first year of college as sophomores. 6 of these students will graduate twice, once from EC3 and the second one being from Collegiate Academy on the 31st. They'll be actually earning a high school degree and an associate degree from the Erie Community College. Our graduates are athletes, performers, artists, writers, volunteers, Eagle Scouts, leaders in the school and community. Approximately 10 students will be enlisting in the armed services after graduation, including the Army and Coast Guard. We couldn't be more proud of our accomplishments of their seniors and what they've already achieved, and we're excited to see how far they will go as they continue to reach higher and fulfill our motto at Collegiate Academy. Thank you.
I'm Javon Sherrill. I go to Erie High School, class of 2025.
Hi, I'm Andrea Nevins, and I go to Collegiate Academy, and I am class of 2025.
My name is Ricardo Garcia Montroy, and I am a senior at Emerson Gridley, class of 2025.
Hi, I'm Shayna Griffin. I go to Erie High School, and I'm in 12th grade.
Hi, my name is Mina Warkishi, and I am a senior at Collegiate Academy, class of 2025.
My name is Zavriana Thompson. I am a senior at Emerson Gridley 2025.
Hi, my name is Brianna Poff. I am from Collegiate Academy and I am a member of the class of 2025.
Hi, I'm Giovanni Crosby. I attend Erie High and I'm the class of 2025.
Hello, I'm Mark. I'm a senior at Emerson Gridley, class of 2025.
Hi, my name's Riley Gloystein. I'm from Collegiate Academy and I'm a part of the class of 2025.
Hi, I'm Kaylee. I go to Erie High and I'm class of 2025.
Hi, my name is Josiah Stonewall and I am a collegiate senior class of 2025.
Hi, my name is Isaiah Mooney. I go to Collegiate Academy and I'm a member of the class of 2025.
My name is Nevaeh Harvey. I am a senior at Emerson Gridley, class of 2025.
The last 4 years of high school prepared me for what it's like working in the real world. So right now, I'm doing co-op in high school. After that, I plan on sticking with Gem City Construction, continue working for Gem City Construction. Advice I have for incoming high school students is take advantage of sports, join a shop, and just stick with it, work hard.
After I graduate, I'll be continuing my academic and athletic career at Clearing University, where I've received a full tuition. The program I took advantage of in high school was cosmetology because it would be something I could fall back on.
Because when you start off as a freshman, you're coming right off middle school, you're going into high school, not knowing how things work, not knowing what's going on at all. And then junior year, sophomore year, and senior year, it's just continuous improvement. As long as you are open to learning and getting better for yourself, you're gonna improve as those years go on. And you're gonna go through a lot. You're gonna make friends, lose friends, do your work. Do not allow yourself to fall behind. I know it can be tough with mental health things and just stuff going on at home, but do your best to keep up with what you can.
My plans after graduation is working during the summer, and then in the fall, once that comes, I'll be going to Norfolk University and majoring in pre-nursing. The last 4 years prepared me for the future in many ways, adapting to change, managing my time, and just being prepared for any challenges that may be thrown at me.
I'm planning on going to Mercyhurst University and I'm going to study competitive business and intelligence. I was also invited and accepted into the honors program, so that's my direction. I believe that graduation is one of the most bittersweet experiences that we have, just because it's so sad to leave all the people that you've been seeing for a majority of the past 13 years of your life, but also change is good and it's nice to finally go to something bigger and different and more challenging and challenge yourself more.
I feel excited because I graduate a year early, and yeah, that's it. Never give up and ask your teacher for help when you need it. Stay focused, don't be playing around in your 9th grade year. I feel like the teachers really care for you here, for real, for real.
I plan on going to IUP for nursing, and then I plan to further my education and either become a nurse practitioner or a CRNA. Collegiate has definitely taught me self-discipline, how to juggle a lot of different activities and a lot of difficult classes.
I'm gonna attend Clearing University for sports management, and I'm also play football there. And just willing to learn more, see what the world is outside of Erie, and just be better. I took advantage of the football program. I met a lot of good people. They showed me some stuff about myself that I didn't know.
I feel very, very happy, obviously, and I feel scared because, I don't know what's out there in the real world and I don't know what's going to happen or anything like that. But I know one thing for sure is when I get out of here, I know exactly what I want and what I'm doing. Well, I plan on being an HVAC technician and going to the Erie Institute of Technology. And a lot of the teachers definitely were the ones that prepared me and that were there through it. Like earlier, I had met Miss Scully. She was a great teacher growing up. She's the one who really, I probably thought about her every day during school or any hours during school, but.
After graduation, I will be attending Penn State main campus in the fall for chemical engineering. I've been reflecting recently as I come to, my end of the time at Collegiate, and I'm just thinking about the last 4 years, how they've been so great. The Collegiate Academy environment is just overall so empowering, and I'm looking forward to my future. I would say growth comes from discomfort. I found myself growing the most and developing as a teenager when I put myself in an uncomfortable situation, whether that be speaking in front of a class where I didn't really want to, or taking charge of a group of my friends or anything like that. It really taught me to, like, I can keep going and I can do it.
My plans after graduation are attending Gannon University and continuing my journey of digital media and hopefully getting a degree in arts and communication. I took advantage of the digital media program. It is one of our CTE programs here at Erie High, and I believe that taking advantage of this program and this program being there for me throughout all the 4 years of my high school career was really, it helped me build a lot of friendships, and it strengthened my relationships with other people, and it made me overall a better, well-rounded person.
It's actually a lot of emotions at once. Like, I'm a little confused, a little stressed, nervous, while also being excited because, you know, final years, going to college. One lesson I will never forget is to build the connection with your peers, your teachers, and absolutely take advantage of the school's free resources and opportunities they give you.
I will be attending the University of Pittsburgh, and I'll be majoring in marketing and hopefully add a minor in psychology just out of interest in people. Being at Collegiate Academy has been very, very beneficial to my life, and I'm very thankful for that. I've added new qualities and traits, and I've grown on various skills such as leadership and even talking like situations like these. Being there and all the opportunities they presented have been extremely helpful.
My plans are to play sports throughout college and to be in the medical field. I want to be a vet. I like animals. I'm glad that it's over and I can move on to the rest of my life, but I'm also sad that it's ending so soon. It feels like it went by so fast. For those entering high school, find a class that you enjoy. You can make your schedule. I know you couldn't really make your schedule in middle school. Coming into high school, you can choose classes that are gonna benefit you, not because your friends chose those classes as well. For the people in high school, finish, see it through, go to college, find something you love.
Hi, Jason Bergert. I think I know most everyone here. Career and Tech Director. I won't try to top that. That is all student-generated interviews, and our digital media students put that together. And I will, by the heads nodding, I think you'll agree with me that they do a better job of communicating opportunities in high school than I would. So we just wanted to thank you, and I just wanted to thank the students that made this. All right?
Well, thank you, Mr. Bergert and high school principals for putting that together so quickly this year. It's very, very nice to see that. As you can see, board, we have much to celebrate this graduation season. Next up, we have an educational services update from Ms. Karen Ryan.
Good evening. That's a hard one to follow up, but this is some interesting stuff. The educational service update is really a kind of a glimpse of Chapter 49, which is PA legislation, which requires us to provide structured literacy district professional development. The structured literacy professional development started in the year 22-23. We have 3 years in order to train all of our staff with specific certifications in order for them to maintain their certifications. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it. As you can see on the screens, it shows you a simple view of reading. So when you're looking at that really gives you the gist of what structured literacy is about. And you can see there's 2 ropes, one rope at the top and one rope at the bottom. Those ropes make up word recognition and language comprehension, and you can see the different strands that are in each of those ropes. And really the gist behind it all is that in order for students to be capable readers, they need to have all of those strands come together into those 2 ropes, into one rope in order to be a skilled reader. So another way of thinking about it is a multiplication problem. So if each of those things would be a 1, you must have word recognition times 1 language comprehension in order to have reading comprehension. If either of those pieces is a 0, students struggle to read. So this professional development really helps our teachers understand about structured literacy and how to teach literacy. So these folks on the board, you can see, are required in order to keep their certifications to have the structured literacy training. This year we have done many, and last year I'll show you 2, but these are the specific certifications. Last year we had 2 cohorts of folks go through 7 different schools, and we trained 264 teachers. This year we've had 3 cohorts going through 5 schools, parochial school, Title I teachers, and teachers new to elementary school. So we've trained about 173 teachers. My team, Holly Northrup and Mel Miller, really started kind of putting together this training with the Pennsylvania Patan resources. And this year Holly Northrup took over that initiative. But the thing that's been most powerful is our principals come, they do the training, then we train them to be the trainers, and then they go back and facilitate these cohorts with their schools. So it's worked out very well. As we've gotten into kind of catching up folks, we've used our apprentice principals. Holly Northrup stepped in and done some training for the parochial school folks, but we have a really good system in place to keep this training going, and it's a requirement. Next year, we will take on our secondary folks in our final year of this 3-year cycle. This is now, until they change the law, it has to happen every 3 years. So we are currently working with our intermediate unit to develop a secondary specific course because we want it to be applicable to them helping older struggling readers. So, does anyone have any questions?
So how many teachers are still
Sure.
need to be trained?
So we estimate, I thought you might ask this, we estimate about 140 teachers with the certifications. Now what we've done in those cohorts is whenever possible, we've also folded in teachers that may not need that for their certification, but say an art or a music teacher at the elementary school might have gone through the cohort. We are going to initially at the secondary level kind of feel it out with all of the other initiatives to make sure we're getting the people who need it done first. But then once we have a system up and running, then we can turn it differently.
Any other questions?
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Polito. Any questions or comments? Okay, may I have a motion to approve the report of the superintendent as presented?
Approve.
Moved by Mr. Sharif.
Second.
Second by Ms. Gillespie. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, next it takes us on to reports of committees and liaisons. Are there any reports of committees or liaisons? We will go with Ms. Amatangelo first and then Mr. Nichols.
Thank you, Dr. Brenneman. The policy committee met on May 5th at 10 a.m. here in the boardroom at 1910 Sassafras Street. And after discussion with administrative staff and solicitors, we're going to be recommending 4 policies this evening for approval. The policies are 103, and you do have the report in front of you at your desk as well. Also, they are on board docs. But as I was saying, 103 is one of our Title IX policies dealing with students. 104 is another Title IX policy dealing with staff. These are both minor changes due to updates in language that are required. Policy 233, suspensions and expulsions. This is a major change, and that's what you would want to refer to the statement of philosophy on student expulsions that is attached. That is the change, so that is there for your review. And policy 218, student discipline, we just included the language around the PBIS framework. So that is in there now. The next meeting will be not until July 28th. We'll be meeting here in the boardroom at 1 o'clock. And if there's any questions, let me know.
Any questions for Ms. Amatangelo? Thank you, Ms. Amatangelo. Mr. Nichols?
Thank you, Dr. Brenneman. I have a few reports, starting with the Erie Land Bank. We had quite a bit of activity in the last month. An interesting development in my neighborhood is that a vacant lot at 6 in Vermont is under contract now to a spec builder who's going to build a house there, a 1,300 square foot ranch. The interesting thing about that, the cost of that will be about $400,000 or $300 a square foot. In the frontier area where I live, the values are about $150. So this would be a great boost for the neighborhood if this comes through. But that was approved. It's a known builder. I'm not recalling his name right now, but that would be a nice development because it's visible right there on 6th Street. The land bank also had 2 lots on Locust Street, and we were approached by 2 or 3 groups to build 2 separate houses there. A final decision hasn't been made, but it looks like Habitat for Humanity is in the lead now because once the house is completed, it would go on the tax rolls. And they want to build 2,000 square foot ranches that fit the neighborhood, would be about the size of the neighbors. The one problem with their proposal is, I think they came out of the South, they do not have basements, they have crawl spaces. And I own a couple old houses with crawl spaces, and that's where the raccoons, et cetera, live. So I'm not big on crawl spaces, but that will be decided at the meeting this month. And then the Erie Land Bank on its own, I think they started this last fall, rehabbed a raised ranch at 23 Cameron in southeast Erie, and that's almost complete and then will be sold. So those are some interesting developments where these properties are being put back into service. On the athletic end of things, we haven't been doing that well in the spring. The weather hasn't been too good. The only team that we have that's been positive has been the men's tennis team, which has had a 7-6 record, but unfortunately our lead player, John Sinnott, in one of the matches tore his ACL. So that's an athletic casualty we have for somebody who contributed a lot here to the school. On April 15th, the community college had its quarterly breakfast, and they discussed that they are going to be offering a CNA course in June for 10 people, and that in next spring that they will commence an LPN program, which I'm hoping with both these programs that we could to some degree coordinate with them as we have done with other matters. And then the other, this is my summer reading. This is the African American Odyssey. This is our textbook in AP African American History. This was adopted by the administration a year ago. I've been meaning to follow up on that all this time, but like everybody else, you don't get around to things as quickly as you'd like. But I went up there today and I sat through 2 classes of it. The instructor is Mr. William Wright. He was very helpful. He loaned me this textbook. It'll be something I'll work my way through. But what surprised me is that there are actually 4 sections of African American history, AP African American history, being conducted this year. A total of 82 students. 9 came from Erie High. Approximately a third of the kids are white. 2/3 are African American. 27, approximately a third of these students took the AP test on May 8th, and we'll get the results in July. That test, I took a test like that in 1968 for AP American History. They still score it the same way. 5 is the best score. I discussed with Mr. Wright that he had his hands full teaching this course for the first time this year, but I'm hoping next year or the year after that we could add a local component to that, reflecting the development of the Erie community of African Americans as well. But I was really encouraged with how many students we had in it for a new course, and it was I think it's a great development for collegiate that this was accomplished. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Nichols. Ms. Graff.
Yeah, in my role as the Board Community Partnership Liaison, I have several reports tonight. First is from the United Way Community Schools. At the elementary school level, Harding Elementary proudly hosted its second annual I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Eid celebration, welcoming 47 Muslim students and their families to join in honoring Eid al-Fitr. The event featured traditional pastries from Bakery on Fifth, along with family-prepared dishes brought to share. The celebration has quickly become a cherished tradition. Families express deep gratitude for the recognition of their culture and have asked that the entire event continue annually. The Edison corporate partner Wabtec continues to bring STEM-based after-school programming to Edison through their Connect a Classroom program. Volunteers from Wabtec have provided this exciting program all 4 quarters of this school year. In partnership with Erie's Black Wall Street, students in the Own It after-school enrichment program explored the foundations of building a personal brand and explored problem-solving and skills needed for future careers. At Wilson Middle School, the Positive Youth Development Student Leadership Team is building meaningful connections with younger students through a monthly visit to Lincoln Elementary. Each month, 8 to 10 Positive Youth Development students spend time with their pre-K buddies engaging in reading and play and crafts. What makes this partnership truly special is it was initiated by the Positive Youth Development students themselves, an idea that they were passionate to bring to life. East Middle School launched an after-school sewing club where students meet weekly with Sew Royalty to learn the basics of sewing and have the opportunity to work on projects. Personally, I attended an improv after-school group this month at Wilson and learned all about their after-school board game club. I think it's so rewarding to see these activities that really speak to different types of student interests and are really necessary to get these kids wanting to be in school. At Erie High School, Erie Insurance, in partnership with the United Way Community Schools, launched a soft skills pilot program for seniors at Erie High during the school year to support college and career readiness. And then several students have expressed an interest in the company's apprenticeship program. So this is highlighting the pilot success in bridging educational and workforce development. Erie High hired and onboarded a new community school director, Glenn Connor Jr., and they hosted an award celebration to recognize 430 students earning 3.5 GPA or higher during the 3rd quarter. My next report is from the Blue Coats. They have different levels of activity. Their level 1 activity are like everyday interactions, like how are you doing? And they estimate that they interact with pretty much every student in every school every day. So that's like hundreds of thousands of interactions in a month. And about half of those interactions are interventions taken to level 2, or interventions taken to redirect student behavior based on noticeable differences in behavior or other observations that they see in perhaps the student. They'll pull them aside and just kind of try to figure out maybe what's going on to head off more serious type things. And a lot of times they're also initiated by the students themselves. They'll go to the Blue Coats and ask, for some help. Level 3 are interventions at a higher level when there are observations of escalating behavior concerns, physical altercations, or other behaviors where the administration is involved. 8 of these were reported in April. And this is really where we want to see the numbers going down. And they are going down because Strong Vincent reported that from last year to this year, they went from 447 to 76. That's pretty amazing. They also have group interventions, and the students have to agree to participate. And last month, 133 students participated. They have a Wilson Middle School mentoring program, programs at the middle school and high school called Man Up and Girl Boss, which are like self-esteem programs. And those are intervention programs to help with young men and young women. At Edison Elementary, they're doing intervention groups with students multiple times a month. The students are gaining knowledge and life skills from these group interventions. And they're also working with the Sarah Reed Sanctuary Education for Learning Fundamentals Self with interventions. This is for students in grades 3 through 8 who are experiencing behavioral difficulties in school. And then they also work once a month with students it's called The Flip Side. And this is a really interesting program because it's with 3 different entities: Erie School District, the Probation Department, or Perseus House. And with the parents' permission, they take the students to Hammett Hospital, where a surgeon there talks to them about the effects of violence, and not just on the physical effects of being hurt, but the effects on the family and the community. And this month, the probation department and the young people were very attentive and seemed very engaged. My next report is Hooked on Books for Kids. Hooked on Books for Kids wrapped up their monthly reading at Edison Elementary last week. This program began at Edison about 10 years ago. We visit the school monthly from October through May and visit all 22 classrooms pre-K to 5. We bring approximately 427 brand new age-appropriate books for the students to take home each month. Our goal is that they read the books and share them with their family. And the main goal really is to inspire kids with the love of reading. My husband and I both participate in that program, and it's very rewarding. Funds to support this and the other programs to bring books to kids in all schools come from donors who believe in our mission and fundraising events. We work with book suppliers to acquire low-cost books, but ones that impart important and fun stories. And just today, another board member, I just recently joined the board of this, another board member and I met with Holly Northrup, and she is the SAIL program coordinator here. And we're very excited to report that the plan is to touch each student in each building over the 6-week SAIL program. Over 900 students will receive books. There'll be 2 30-minute sessions, a K through 12 session and a 3 through 5 session. And each student will receive a book, and there'll be read-alouds, read-alongs with an activity or two. So we're working with Holly. She's setting up a schedule, and we're really excited to be partnering to do that. Finally, the District Wellness Council will meet on May 21st for their fourth quarter meeting. Action plans for the next school year will be discussed. Voting for PA Harvest of the Month cooking contest will be open May 27th to June 1st, with winners announced on June 2nd. All elementary and middle schools participated except Strong Vincent and Edison, though they did have the opportunity to participate. The videos and voting links will be posted to the website and to Facebook, so please vote. I hope you've all seen some of those videos. They're very interesting. They take one vegetable and highlight it in the videos. And then June 16th and 17th will be our wellness mini conference for administrators. We'll have dynamic speakers, experts in the field, and they'll come to present to all the administrators. But look for an invitation coming soon because school board directors are also welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Graff. Mr. Sharif.
Dr. Berman, usually this is not something I report on, but last week I had a chance to take a ride on the EMTA bus at Erie High with the students. I wanted to do this for a while, just my schedule didn't allow it, but I was invited by Mr. T. Tywin Taylor. It was about 8 to 7 buses that go out and drop off the students, and I spoke to a couple of bus drivers. They showed their appreciation of having those assistants on the buses. They said infractions has decreased. I don't think they have any incidences since they have these individuals on the bus. So they're very thankful for what we're doing. So it was really nice to see that. The only observation I made was all the buses was heading east side. I didn't see any buses that was going out on the west side. So I don't know how those students were getting home or whatnot. But so it was a really good feedback. The driver said they felt safer on the bus, and I know sometimes that's all it takes. Some adults on the bus, just redirecting the students and whatnot. So that was a really good experience.
Thank you, Mr. Sharif. Any other reports of committees or liaisons? I'll make my president's report pretty short. I just want to thank Director Bergert and principals Crable, Orlando, and Vieira, and of course the superintendent, the whole administrative team, for putting together that portrait of a graduate. That was a request of mine, and when we think about graduates, we see them at the graduation. Not everybody attends the graduation. Not everybody sees that, and I think it's important that we recognize and see who's graduating in a form, at our board setting. So it was wonderful. I'm sure everybody. I know that right now we're going through an experiential lesson about the heat in some of our classrooms. So I know it can be sluggish and hard to focus and pay attention, et cetera. So I'll try to, I don't want to. I'm really enthused. But obviously a little damp in there. Also, I just want to thank the parents and Ms. Friend and Mr. Godowski, of course, and the students, everybody who came out and participated today in the student spotlight and the Pledge of Allegiance. The couple things I want to mention. One is that working with Vice President Harkins and the administration, there'll be a date soon announced, scheduling a presentation of the Harding, the proposal from the community to consider renaming Harding Elementary, that'll be taking place at Harding Elementary in the weeks to come. That'll be announced coming up. Next, I already sent it to you via email. Some of you already seen it before. We have on the books to have a student representative on the board. We just haven't had one in a while. The principals and through the superintendent will be encouraging students to apply at our high schools. And when you think about it, yes, we do still have 3 high schools that they'll be applying for the position for the fall to coincide with application for other leadership programs that take place in May. Hopefully I'm sure they'll be working with the middle school principals as well to get the word out to the outgoing 8th graders and coming 9th graders as well. The proposal I have for you is based on the feedback I mentioned at the last meeting, so I won't repeat the things I said at the last meeting, but it reflects a great deal of what the students have said at all 3 schools, that they didn't want to be alone in representing their school. They wanted to be able to collaborate with one another, to learn. They really valued the thought and intent of mentorship. And also it gives us a chance to build collaboration between the 3 schools as well. So I'm going to have a actual resolution for June's meeting that'll reflect the structure of this, as far as like the program, and still open to recommendations and feedback, et cetera. I want to also thank Ms. Fatika and Ms. Therikoff as well for their feedback on this as well. That concludes my report. Next, do I have a motion to, go ahead, Mr. Shreve. Go ahead.
I do have a report.
Go ahead.
So I have a report from FAPS. FAPS elected 2 new board members, Julie Myers, who was a girl soccer booster, and Dora Nolak, retiree, EPS retiree. We welcome both new members to our board. The foundation is excited to announce the mini grant and graph hand. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was having a hard time pronouncing that. Grant recipients and awards assembly to be held on May 22nd at 2 p.m. at Strong Vincent Middle School Auditorium. The foundation received approximately 40 grant applications and will be rewarding 16 mini grants totaling $16,688 and 11 graph hand grants totaling $5,056. When teachers are informed of the award, of course, we get letters back showing their gratitude and appreciation. And in addition to the grant awards, the foundation will have the opportunity to meet Dr. Gibbs at a reception at 1 p.m. at SV Library, and the school board and administration are invited to attend both reception and assembly. Put that in your account. I think you received also reminders May 22nd. So I'm glad you reminded me. I almost missed this report. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Shreve. Do we have any other reports of committees and liaisons? Do I have a motion to approve the reports of committees and liaisons?
Motion.
Moved by Mr. Sharif, second by Ms. Amatangelo. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Next, we have public comment. For those who've signed up in advance, you'll have 5 minutes to speak. And for those from the public who wish to speak after that, you'll have 3 minutes. Do we have a 5-minute speaker? Go ahead, come on up to the lectern.
Good evening, members of the city school board, superintendents, and guests. My name is Dan Bola. I'm the president of Premier Education Services here in Erie. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak with you this evening about a critical matter to the health, safety, and academic success of our students, drug and alcohol prevention services. We all recognize that the challenges our youth face today are complex and growing. Substance use, vaping, online gambling, and other risky behaviors are finding their way into younger and younger age groups. As leaders in education, it is important to ask key questions about how we are responding to the risks within our schools. What specific prevention programs are currently being utilized in the Erie City School District? Who's responsible for the implementation of the programs? Are they delivered by your behavioral health specialists, classroom teachers, or outside agencies? How often are the prevention programs being presented to students? Are they offered consistently and across all grade levels? Are the programs being used evidence-based in line with the best practices recommended by the Department of Drug and Alcohol? And finally, do the individuals providing these services hold the appropriate professional clearances and training in prevention services? These are not just operational questions, they are critical factors in determining whether our prevention efforts are reaching students in meaningful and effective ways. Premier Education has been an approved provider through Erie County Office of Drug and Alcohol since 1995. We've delivered services throughout the community during that time using evidence-based programs as Too Good for Drugs, Too Good for Violence, the All-Stars program, and We Know Better. All focus on building life skills, strengthening decision-making abilities, and increasing parental involvement. All staff at Premier Education meet the qualifications to be prevention specialists with the PA criminal history clearance, Pennsylvania child abuse clearance, FBI criminal history background check, as well as yearly continuing education classes on prevention topics. This ensures that all of the adults interacting with our students have undergone thorough background checks and meet all legal requirements to work with minors. Why this matters: prevention isn't just a one-time assembly or handout. It's a sustained, consistent effort to equip our young people with the skills they need to make healthy choices throughout their lives. Research shows that the earlier and more consistently these programs are delivered, the greater long-term impact on reducing substance abuse and risky behaviors there is. As we continue to evaluate the effectiveness of our district's prevention strategies, these questions remain central. Are we meeting the mandates? Are we using the most effective programs? Are we ensuring these services are delivered by trained professionals with appropriate safeguards in place? Thank you for your time. If there's any questions.
Thank you. If you have any information, you can leave it here with us, and make sure the members get it.
Thank you.
So thanks for coming out and speaking. Do we have any members from the public who wish to speak today? Anyone from the public wish to speak today? Next, we have nothing under unfinished business. That moves us on to new business. Do I have a motion to approve the items under item 7, new business?
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Amatangelo.
Second.
Second by Ms. Cooley. Any discussion? Roll call, Ms. Cook.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Mr. Sharif?
Yes.
Miss Amatangelo?
Yes.
Miss Cooley?
Yes.
Miss Devlin?
Yes.
Miss Gillespie?
Yes.
Miss Graff?
Yes.
Dr. Brenneman?
Yes. Next, we have, go ahead, Mr. Harkins.
Can I ask a question on one of the items?
Go ahead, yes.
7.24, could somebody in the administration just briefly remark to us on how significant that is? It sounds like it's a self-explanatory step in a good direction. It has to do with purchase quotation for library books for district buildings. How big of a step in the right direction is that?
This is, at the beginning of this year, we set up a budget amount for each individual school building. And so this is the purchase of those books from this year's funds. We set up a process with the librarians and they followed through the process. So this is what should be happening moving forward. So this is the actual purchase for all the books that were budgeted for this year.
Is this a new initiative or is this what we would have been doing anyway?
No, this is what we would have been doing.
Okay. It's still refreshing to read.
Thank you, Mr. Harkins. Next, we have items 8, supplemental new business. Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we? Didn't we do roll call? It's the heat. So tell me, yes, you're nodding.
You did for 7, not for 8.
Okay, that's what I was getting to. I was getting to 8. Thank you. So I am on track. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So item 8, which is supplemental new business, I'll entertain a motion to approve all items under 8, which includes the acceptance of the proposed final budget.
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Gillespie, seconded by Ms. Graff. Any discussion? Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Mr. Sharif?
Yes.
Miss Amatangelo?
Yes.
Miss Cooley?
Yes.
Miss Devlin?
Yes.
Miss Gillespie?
Yes.
Miss Graff?
Yes.
Dr. Brenneman?
Yes. Next, we have item 9 is separations. Any director can have items separated at request at any time from the agenda. We have the county repository sales. Do I have a motion to approve the items under 9?
Dr. Brenneman,
I'll wait till after we get a motion and second, and we'll get your comments.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Harkins, second by Ms. Amatangelo. Any discussion?
Dr. Brenneman, I will have to abstain because I sit on the board for the JFK.
Thank you, Mr. Sharif. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Mr. Sharif? Miss Amatangelo?
Yes.
Miss Cooley?
Yes.
Miss Devlin?
Yes.
Miss Gillespie?
Yes.
Miss Graff?
Yes.
Dr. Brenneman?
Yes. Is there any objection to taking all items under number 10? Bills and payroll is one
Yes.
I have to abstain on the bills,
for both.
just bills, so we can take them separately.
I also have to abstain for bills.
Okay, so we'll just take item, do I have a motion to approve item 10.01, the scheduled bills? Moved by Ms. Graff, second by Mr. Sharif. Any discussion?
Dr. Brenneman, I will need to abstain because a member of my family works for a company paid by the district.
Thank you, Ms. Devlin.
Dr. Brenneman, I'll need to abstain because I work for Montessori Regional Charter.
Thank you, Ms. Gillespie. Roll call, any other discussion? Roll call on item 10.01.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Mr. Sharif?
Yes.
Miss Amatangelo?
Yes.
Miss Cooley?
Yes.
Miss Devlin?
Abstain.
Miss Gillespie?
Abstain.
Miss Graff?
Yes.
Dr. Brenneman?
Yes. Next, we have item 10.02. Do I have a motion to approve the board authorized payrolls? Moved by Mr. Sharif, second by Ms. Cooley. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Mr. Sharif?
Yes.
Miss Amatangelo?
Yes.
Miss Cooley?
Yes.
Miss Devlin?
Yes.
Miss Gillespie?
Yes.
Miss Graff?
Yes.
Dr. Brenneman?
Yes. Is there any objection to take all items 11 under award and bids as one vote? Do I have a motion to approve items under 11 awards and bids?
So moved.
Moved by Ms. Gillespie, seconded by Mr. Sharif. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Harkins?
Yes.
Mr. Nichols?
Yes.
Mr. Sharif?
Yes.
Miss Amatangelo?
Yes.
Miss Cooley?
Yes.
Miss Devlin?
Yes.
Miss Gillespie?
Yes.
Miss Graff?
Yes.
Dr. Brenneman?
Yes, that takes us to the second to the last item on our agenda. Any other matter? Is there any other matter to discuss? I'm getting some death stares here, but go ahead, Mr. Nichols, go ahead.
We'll get some heat, some air.
I happened to look at the Wikipedia listing for Erie High School, and I was shocked to see that the subheading was shooting, and it wasn't anything maliciously done. On Wikipedia, people can just update that. It was done about the time we had that incident back in May of 2022, and I just think somebody in the district should be updating that listing and removing that. And as to the listing again on Wikipedia for the school district, it's referring to like the GE grant, and I think this goes back to before 2010. So somebody needs to update these listings and probably monitor them from time to time, because to open it up and see Erie High School and the first subheading is shooting, that's not what we want people to see.
Miss Irwin's in the audience. She's nodding her head. She will take care of those items. Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Any other matter?
Dr. Brenneman,
Ms.
just
Devlin.
quickly, since Ms. Irwin's here, I saw Parent Square was approved on our agenda. At some point, could we get a report of how effective it is? I'm just curious about reaching parents and things like that. Not now, at some point in the future. And then I didn't want to talk about it during liaisons because I'm not really a liaison, but I did want to report. I was asked to speak with the Harding ambassadors, fifth graders, last week. It was quite lovely with a group of their ambassadors that apply, and they serve as ambassadors at the school. And we had lunch and had a lovely conversation. So I just wanted to report it was very refreshing to see some of our young leaders. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Devlin. Anyone else? Ms. Graff?
Yeah, I just want to mention, I participated as a volunteer yesterday at the McKinley Multicultural Festival. And it wasn't extremely well attended, but I guess they're very happy with what it was. And they had music, they had songs, it was lovely. But at the thing that they liked the best, I think the kids had made sock puppets, and they were so cute. And then the kids got getting behind the thing and doing the sock puppet, and it was really nice to see. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Graff. Anyone else? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
Moved by Mr. Nichols, seconded by Mr. Sharif. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. We stand adjourned. Thank you, everyone.